Okay guys, I hope everyone is well. I'm over at Pendlehill, Lancashire, UK. A very warm day, a bit cloudy, there are some nice breaks up there, but when that sun comes out it really is warm. I was just looking at the reservoir down there. We have had very dry weather over the last few months, although the last 2 weeks we've had nothing but rain, but them reservoirs are so low. I'll show you that. I was just filming it with my phone. So yeah, it did clear it up, it's supposed to, and it's supposed to be clear tonight. I'll be staying out doing some skywatching. Hope all you guys are well. It's really good to get back out doing this skywatching. Like I've said in other videos, I haven't been able to properly over the last couple of months because of some personal problems. They're not 100% right yet, but getting better. I'm going to take a lovely hike through this part of Pendlehill first. A very green, lush area at the moment because of all this rain we've had over the last 2 weeks. But as that reservoir shows, looks like we're still lacking the water we should have. Don't usually see anyone around here, love it. So as you can see, it's trying to clear up a little bit. Very warm. What I'm looking forward to is going down Pembrokeshire very soon. Love it down there. I think that's got to be my favourite place in the UK. I really do. Lots of skywatching coming from Pembrokeshire. Can't wait to get down them beaches at night time with this Soundix camera and film them skies. Also, I've got another idea, and before Ben, if you're watching this, or 4 or 1000, before you say I said that last week, you did, I'm watching your video and it's your idea, it's a great idea. And Ben went out skywatching for the night, and his suggestion was, if it is cloudy up in them skies, although, and as Ben says, you can see things you can't explain when it's cloudy, try filming the seas, the water, with the night vision equipment, because that many reported sightings of things going in and out of the water that you can't explain. Unidentified submerged objects, I think they call them, UFOs. Well, there's an idea. So we'll be trying that, thanks Ben. Taking my time today, it really is. Warm for the UK, supposed to get above 90 degrees. Bit of a breeze up here, but I'm not complaining. It's so good to be back out. Yeah, that rain really has made everything go very green again. Everything was so dry, it really was. So I'd like to thank all you guys for your kind comments about some of the issues I've been having in life. Not going to go on about them, they are in the other videos. I did mention them in the last couple of videos, that's why I've been doing compilation videos, but I haven't really been able to get out properly to film any fresh material. But it really did make me think about the hope for humanity. Sometimes I lose faith. I think there's a lot of not nice people out there, let's say. I mean, there is, but every comment was great, wishing me and my family well. Lovely. Not one rude remark, not one troll. And over the videos there have been hundreds of comments, so thank you very much for restoring some faith in what I think about some people, obviously not all people. It's a community here. I've always said that. It's where people come to share their stories, sightings, or whatever. You can talk about anything you want in the comments. I have opened a community section for just that, so do check out that community section where we can all have a good chat. We'll have a rest in a minute. So thanks everyone for watching, all subscribers. Thanks for interacting, and all members, thank you very much. Really is appreciated. Who say you can't beat getting out places like this. Clears your mind. Great for your physical health, your mental health. Well, never anybody around this particular part of Pendlehill. Apart from the wildlife, lots of deer. Very rarely you get them on camera, they're off. They'll see or smell you, they're off. You do see them running away through the trees. Pendlehill well known, like I always say. Very strange sightings, the unexplained, the UFOs. Big cats, big black cats have been seen in this area. Also the lynx, puma have been seen. Well known, you know, for the Pendle witches. If you've never been to this area, you can get here, it's well worth a visit. Like we say, a lot of people think it's just the moorland walking over the tourist path at the top, but no, there's all sorts. I mean, look at this lot. Just have a couple of minutes looking at this scenery. Just get over this little. If I don't fall, it catches me out a lot. That wiring on there. Just have a little look at this scenery. Beautiful. One thing you've got to be careful of in these areas are adders. I know I mention them a lot, because people think the UK there's no dangerous snakes. Well, adders can give a nasty bite and a nasty allergic reaction to them also in some people, which can cause swelling, affect your breathing. This bracken is ideal territory. I heard something rustling under there, but I'm not going to check it out. Love this particular area, great little wild camping area. Wonder in the summer too dry, but winter time. Like I said, another video of this area here, just here, camped out a few lads at night time. Fire going, steak, a couple of beers, or free. Very nice. Cloud is moving in a little bit, which is actually nice. It's just cools things down. What we're going to mention, trail cams. That's what we're going to mention. few videos ago. I seem to remember I was setting up trail cams everywhere. I'm going to start doing that again. Like I said, I haven't really been able to do it for the last couple of months. See if we can catch something strange and unknown on camera, maybe a big cat. Got lots of deer when I was doing that. I'm going to start that again. And I found that interesting. You just never know what you're going to get on camera. Even if you get the wildlife, that's great. And going down Pembrokeshire, definitely will be taking the trail cam down there, because this particular area I'm going to, very well known, if not more well known than Pendlehill is for these cat sightings. And it's definitely going to be worth setting up these trail cameras overnight there. We are going to head up onto these moorlands now. Hopefully there'll be a bit of a breeze there. Sun's back out. I just think the sunshine just brings everything alive, the colours. It really does. We're planning more collabs soon now. I can get out a bit more. Looking forward to that. Tripping up all over the place. Been out a few times with a guy called Wayne and his wife Dawn of Brickhead and Motherwell. I'll leave the link to the channel in the description. Mick McLaren from Wintrail. It was a great day around here. Me, Mick, Wayne, a guy called Brett, and there's other people. Not got around to it yet. Ben 415, Jamie, if you're watching, we'll get out soon. So, nice little, just watch my foot in here, over this little stream a second. Nice little hike. Pendlehill looking so green, like I said. Just heading out of the woodland now, up to the moor. I was actually, because I haven't been out for a while like this, just going to hike Skywatching. I thought if I film anything unusual I'll show you guys, and set off without my camera. Went back because I just can't do it. I'm not used to filming when I'm out now, and I just think it's nice to share it with you guys. So I thought it's not going to hurt, is it? Bring the camera along. Let's film it. It's beautiful scenery. Lovely day here on Pendlehill for you guys to watch. Plus it's just my luck, if I don't bring this camera out to film the daytime, I'll see something, and I wish I had a camera to film it. That's how things work. Got this Sinex in the bag, but that is what will happen, you can guarantee that. I'm loving this, guys. I'm loving being back out like this. up on the mirrors now. Have a hike around here, relax for a bit, enjoy this weather. Clearing up, I hope it stays that way. I do love it up here. As you can probably tell, this is where the YouTube channel started. A lot of videos are filmed up here. I'm local. I've visited a lot more places, see what they're like to spend the night, and we'll be doing that. Now I'm going to get the time. Well, everybody has a place on the little spot they like to come, and this is definitely home for me. Loved at night time on my own. I've got this Soundix camera and it's a clear night. A lot of people say, how could you be up there on your own? Felt a bit uneasy at first, but I've got used to it over the years, to the point where I actually find it very relaxing now. I really do love it. A place like this, you probably know why. Okay guys, I hope everyone is well. You can probably hardly see me. I'm driving the van and we're having a ride over Pendlehill. Footage is running. Lots of interest in this area, so I just thought I'd take you over the hills and the Pendle forest in the dark. I've got light boys when there's no cars, which I'll put on. People really are interested in this area, and so many sightings when people are driving over these hills. So I am driving, I'll concentrate on that, enjoy the footage. If you do see anything weird, do let me know. If there are any cars go right up the back of me, I'll pull over, because I want to take my time really. It's like bar on. Come in, switch it off. So because there's been so much interest in Pendlehill in my videos, I'm local, I'm usually up on these moors. And I have been again recently, I will be doing it again. I thought I'll take you for a quick drive over them and through the Pendle woods, where many people do see some very strange things when they're driving. Reports of big black cats in this area, big black dog, well known Pendlehill for that, the paranormal, and of course strange lights in the skies, the UFOs. typical drive, typical countryside like the American World in London. Very eerie at night on them roads, quite eerie driving them as well. It's gone dark, it's not too late, so a few cars around. Reaching the highest point on this road in about a minute's time. That's a cool pub there, and a dry ski slope. Very popular area. Apart from the UFOs are paranormal, of course the witches, and it is nearly Halloween, so this area will be getting quite busy over the next week, and especially next weekend and a few days after that, to Halloween itself. So it's just a strange little video, just showing you the drive over Pendlehill at night time, when a lot of people do report it. It's a very strange thing. You've got to watch out. There you go, for the sheep. You really have to watch out for the sheep. They're darting all over the place. It can cause accidents, and have caused many accidents in the past. So back down the road now. I'm just coming right over the top of Pendlehill. There's a cattle grid. We'll be going through the little village of Sabden at the bottom of this side of Pendlehill. Over at the other side, a little well-known village called Barley. And then, like I said, we'll go through Sabden and drive through the woodlands, which is very well known for being a very strange place at night. Lots of sightings of all sorts people can't explain. So we're just heading down to Sabden now. It's just a short video. I'll drive over the moorland and through the woods because there's so much interest in this area. The car coming up on this second. So much interest in this area, especially with Halloween coming up. It's just over a week off now. This is Sabden, beautiful little village. As is Pendlehill itself, the moorland and the woods. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to. I mean, I'm a local. I've hiked over these moorlands thousands of times in the daytime over the last 35 years, and same again at night time. It's a beautiful area, well worth a visit. Definitely don't want to put people off. You don't want the locals to think I'm putting people off. It is beautiful, come and visit. But it has got a lot, say, a darker side, and at night time I've experienced some very strange things. So that's what I'm doing. Is there something sinister about the place, especially at night time? Is it no more than a lot of dark, misty mirrors in Lancashire? And also interest in the comments. You get a bit of an idea of what people think and what they've experienced. Lots of comments by locals, and quite surprising, a lot of the locals have said, yeah, there's a very strange vibe in the area. I would have thought a lot would say, no, it's beautiful. Stop telling people that. I don't know. A lot have said the opposite, not all. It's like, boy, it's absolutely brilliant for night time on these sorts of roads. So we're going through the woodland now. This is where people claim to have seen large cats, or a large cat with the cat's eyes gleaming back. There are a lot of deer around here. Things can be mistaken when you're driving, but I thought you'd mistake a A big cat for a deer. Who knows, guys? The big black dog, that's supposed to be a phantom dog, I think. I think one of the bushes has a big black dog, as the story goes. Never seen that, but I have heard and seen some very strange things. I've seen a big black cat, I'm sure of it, down Cornwall, but not in this area. A spooky old road to drive through. Look at this. Autumn, lovely time of year. You've got to get out and enjoy all seasons. You really do. Life's too short just to get out in the summertime. Be quiet through these woods, just let you get the vibe of the place. You're driving along alone like I am. There's a figure stood in the middle of the road, staring. You know, the typical horror film stuff. I don't know what I'll do. Certainly wouldn't stop. More likely to see an animal realistically. Supposed to be very haunted woods, lots of hikers have had some strange experiences. Driving through these and hiking through them. Be careful as well, because the side of this road it drops off and the ditches. Narrow roads, if you're moving to the side, somebody's coming in. Doing one of them, you could lose control or blow a tyre. So you've got to be careful. There's a couple of good farmhouses just here. Going down now into a little area, a few houses, and that's it, down onto the main road. Guys, just a little ride over these very mysterious woodlands and woodlands. There's a lot of people who are interested and they have asked about the area and the sort of roads, so there we go. Okay guys, how is everyone doing? Chilling in the camper van. It's that time of year where I'm gonna start telling some people's stories about strange phenomenon around the country, UFO sightings, the paranormal and things like that. It is a dry night but very cloudy, very foggy. I'm parked up right on the main road next to Pendlehill, and I will be venturing up there very soon. Definitely. So I'm chilling tonight. I've got a bit of southern comfort and I'm parked up on private land next to this main road, so that is fine, because you do get comments saying you should be drinking in your van on public roads. Parked up in my driveway. This is brilliant, just chilling out, very cozy. I'm going to read out some comments, what people have said about Pendlehill or Pendlehill. This is the point of the videos. Is it a beautiful place to go hiking, or is it sinister and there's something bad there? Or is it a bit of both? I think it's a bit of both, to be honest with you. Well, so many great experiences in the daytime hiking over there. Beautiful countryside, don't want to put anybody off. Please do get over, it's beautiful. Night time can change, the atmosphere changes, there's something there in the land. It's very odd. I've had so many comments arguing either side of it. A lot of locals, and this is what I'm surprised of, a lot of locals I would have expected to say stop putting people off coming around this area. It's beautiful, we love the area we live in, but no, most locals have said there is something sinister here. They've all, but most of them have had experiences, so that is interesting. People swear blind it's a beautiful area, people will swear blind it isn't. I have walked or hiked over there thousands of times in the daytime, thousands of times at night time over the last 30 or 40 years, and I have had both sides of it, and that is my opinion. It's beautiful, but there is something there. It really is an odd place. Anyway, earlier on today I put a video on, there's an old mansion built in 1585 called X-Twistle Hall. I think that's the name of it, yeah, X-Twistle Hall, here in Lancashire, just south east of Pendlehill. I am planning a paranormal investigation there. It is supposed to be haunted. It was built by the Parker family, and they lived there for over 200 years until the head of the family died in a fire there. It was taken over as a farmhouse for some years, but has been abandoned for a long time. And I put this video on as I went out and filmed this about 3 years ago using an old iPhone I had, and I put the video on, but looking back at the video, the footage isn't great. An old iPhone from three years ago, and it's not great footage, so I took that footage back down. If you did comment, thank you very much, because I'm going to go back and refilm that place with the cameras I've got now, get a lot clearer footage, and then go back again with the night vision cameras and a team and investigate this place. Also, another place a few miles from here called Old Springs House, an old Gothic mansion supposed to be haunted again. It was used in the Second World War as a hospital for Polish refugees, and I nearly put a video on about that, again filmed around 3 years ago with the iPhone, and the footage isn't great, so I didn't put that video on. I will go back, refilm that, and then take a team back there with night vision equipment and stay there overnight. Same with this X-Twistle Hall. So some interesting videos coming up there. So if you did comment on that video, I'm sorry I took it down, I wasn't too happy with the quality of the video. I want to keep the quality high on this channel. I want to thank all new subscribers, over 3,000 in the last 10 days. I think that is brilliant. That really is brilliant. And like I said, I live at Pendlehill. I parked on the main road here, and just around the corner, so I can get up there any time, and I will be doing. But tonight I'm chilling out. I'm going to read some comments out about Pendlehill, both sides of the argument. A few comments. I'm going to do quite a few of these videos, so I'll read a few comments out in the next video. I'll read a few more out, and also maybe a few comments about UFO sightings people have had around the country. So it gets to us all, like I always say, glasses on, because I definitely need reading glasses to read some of these comments. So give me a second, let's have a look. Right, we're on about black cats here, but I do mention big black cats on the channel, and this is quite interesting because I was actually down there looking for these big black cats not too long ago in the summertime. Where has that gone, guys? Where's that gone? Hopefully time will speed through this winter and we'll get that summer back, although you got to enjoy all seasons. But I did enjoy this summer. Did a lot of videos, a lot of touring of Wales, and did a Wales episode, about 17 Wales series I should say, about 17 episodes, so do check the playlist out for the Wales series. It was great, I absolutely loved it. So this guy says, my mate and I had a real close encounter with a big cat many years ago on the Gower coast in Wales. This is not the comment I was thinking about, actually. There's another one from Pembrokeshire. But we were cycling back across a marsh road at about sunset. I noticed a big black cat running alongside my mate. It was on a slight bank about 10 or 15 feet from me. We noticed. He noticed me looking at what was there. He did a double take and we just carried on a bit faster. We both saw it, good light, and it paced us maybe for about a minute. It was a proper big cat, not a dog, not a large moggy, meaning not a large house cat. That year lots of sheep and even horse was killed in the same area. Interesting, so many comments like this, and quite often when people put the comments down there's misspellings, mistext, and when I'm reading them out, got to quickly decipher them. Well, that is interesting from these guys here on the Gower coast in Wales. Fascinating. Let's have a look. There's a very long comment there. I'll leave that for another video because that is very good. Now I mentioned possibly seeing, definitely possibly seeing these men in black who was over the Pendlehills when I was a UFO watching over there. Now there's so many explanations for that. Could have been absolutely anything. But I found it odd. I did get a lot of comments saying, why didn't you film the car, why didn't you film them? Well, they pulled up right at the side of me and were just staring right into cars. I was sorting out my camera equipment to go over Pendlehill. It was dark. There was two of them. They were dressed in a suit and a tie. So I'm not about to turn the camera on and point them right at these two guys on me. You don't do that. I thought it was odd. I just carried on and went over the hill. Didn't think anything of it until I got back down hours later. Very early hours, I can't remember now, 3-4 in the morning. The car was there and then guys it wasn't in the car. And when I noticed that I thought this is odd. I got in my car quick, drove down the hill. People were saying, why didn't you film the car? Well, in that situation I would just want to get home. I'm not going to argue about filming. It could be a dangerous situation. You don't know who these guys are. But as I was driving down the hill, there was car lights right down, following me down Pendlehill, and then turned off to the left as I got to the bottom. I did think about driving up to see if that car was still there, but like I said, I wanted to get home. I was tired. I had been working all day, and you don't mess about when you think something like that might be going on. You certainly don't start filming them or driving back up into the situation. You just want to get out of there. I mean, I think that is common sense and obvious, but some people don't think that. But there we go. But somebody said after this video, that could have been an interesting conversation. Imagine you approach them and say, you two up here for UFO sightings? They reply, UFO? You say, yes, UFO. They say, no, you don't understand. You fucking earthling. Do not link as a numerical value of 42. And so does UFO equals 42. U equals 21. F equals 6. O equals 15 equals 42. So 42 plus 42 equals 84 equals 134 equals Homo sapiens equals unprecedented equals shapeshifter equals the tree of life equals information equals Occupy Mars equals solar eclipse equals it's game over, amongst others. I don't follow that either, but they would absolutely fucked. They wonder what the hell I was talking about. Thank you for that comment, whoever sent that. Crazy, absolutely crazy, absolutely brilliant. Evening Mick, new subscriber, and I really enjoy your content and especially the Pendlehill adventures. I am local in the area, from Blackburn originally, then I moved to Barley back in the 90s. Anyhow, I've also camped and enjoyed many walks on the hill. Nod to my YouTube channel. I haven't done that, but I will go back and do that. I will definitely be up for joining you in the future. Keep up the content. All best wishes, John. Thank you, John. And a lot of people do like the channel for that reason, but it does help get them out. Chris, I just watching your video for the first time made me realise so much beauty in nature in our doorstep. I live in Ashton, so I'm going to go up to Holmfirth and stop watching TV and explore. Take care. So this is helping get Chris out. This is why I love doing the channel, because just people want to get out. Another guy called Johnson. Afternoon, I just thought for your channel the best people to talk to about UFO sightings would be fishermen, as they're out all night at sea. Agreed with that. Lots of stories coming in from fishermen. Lots of stories. Great vid of nature and scenery. Was beautiful night sky. I was fascinated watching the video. I was fascinated watching the lights move across the sky, and the story of the guy staring at you from up Pendlehill. Keep up the good work. Lots of strange things out there. Brilliant. So many comments. I'm trying to find a few UFO sightings. Tracy says, I've been to Pendlehill and it's the most depressing, soul destroying place anyone could visit. Whether anyone knows the history or not, evil lies in those hills. I reply, hi Tracy, it's interesting. Different opinions people give. Maybe it depends on who can pick up on these things and who can't. I've had walks out there and it's been great, and others where I feel there's something very odd around here. That is true. Interesting. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I hope all is well, which I always do reply to people, and then I think I've got Tracy's reply to that. I'm very in tune with things like this, maybe a little too sensitive to whatever is there. Witches, the Pendle Witches, Anne Whittle, Jane Bulcock, Alice Nutter, and not forgetting, nicknamed Demdike, Elizabeth Device. I've only been twice. First time, didn't really feel anything other than a sense of I don't belong there. Second time, it was very different a feeling. Not been bad since. Many people put it down to, you know, the history. So I'm gonna feel all that apprehension, but it wasn't that. You really feel get out, get away in them hills. It gave me chills for a very long time, but then it also depends on what people believe. That is very true. Now there's a very interesting, I've got so many comments guys, but I just want to find a particular comment from a guy who, and I found this fascinating. I've got it here now. I find this absolutely fascinating. And I'm going to do a lot more videos like this. This one, I mean, the comments are so mixed of the feelings of Pendlehill. Is it Pendlehill or Pendlehill or both? I'm saying I've got a video on this Pendlehill or Pendlehill, which has just gone over 200,000 views. It's had well over 2,000 comments, and I've read them all and I've replied to them all, and it's about 50-50. 50% think there's something there, it's evil. 50% think there's nothing there, it's just a beautiful area. So this is what I'm trying to find out in this video. But this guy, Tony, thank you Tony if you're watching, because this is, for some reason, probably one of the most interesting comments I've got. It's not dramatic, it's nothing like that, but I'll read it out. I live 25 miles from Pendlehill on the light side, West Yorkshire. Ever since being a kid, I've been a daredevil. I'd be scared of nothing. I go potholing, climbing. Once old enough, I got a motorbike and would tear around like a loon. Then in my 20s, in the early 70s, I started hang gliding. So this is an older guy with some experience. The sport was in an early stage, and you needed a big hill to stay up and I'm back on top. I've done my best soaring flights on the northwest face of Pendlehill. A few months on, I was a dab hand at soaring and landing back on the top. On a nice sunny day and the wind was in the northwest and blowing straight onto Pendle, I'd taken off from the southwesterly end for the ridge up to the northeasterly end. I was really enjoying the flight, looking out at the Trough of Bowland. Beautiful views around there, it is beautiful views. Then, as I turned, I was following the southwesterly tack along the ridge. A feeling of terror came over me like I've never felt before or since. All I knew was I had to get away from Pendlehill. I pointed my hang glider away from the hill and pulled as much speed as I could, with the sole thought, I've got to get away. I landed in a field at the bottom and the terror had completely gone, but I had a hell of a walk back to the car. I've never flew Pendlehill again, but kept flying hang gliders for years. I found that fascinating. This is a guy with lots of experience hang gliding, as it seems, in many different areas, and felt an absolute terror as he hang glided over Pendlehill. You're not walking over hills, it's not night time, you're not in any old abandoned property, you're not skywatching, you're not you run down there walking, you're simply hang gliding over these hills like I've done over many hills. You love it. This was back in the 70s, he was in his 20s, so this is an older guy, and Pendlehill absolutely terrified him. He had to land. There's something there, that's my opinion, but this is what these videos are about. Is there something there? And this is from a guy called Tony. Thank you very much, Tony. I find that fascinating. I've read through that many times. I think a lot of people have commented on this comment saying how fascinating that is. Just a few comments there. I've got hundreds, if not thousands, of comments about the paranormal, about Pendlehill and what people have experienced over there, and about UFO sightings over Pendlehill because it is a hotspot, and about UFO sightings around the country and other phenomenon, paranormal, and the big cats. There's all sorts, guys. I want to thank you all for subscribing. So many new subscribers this week. Like I said earlier in the video, I'm planning on getting out over to these abandoned mansions, a Gothic mansion, and a mansion built in 1585, very old place. Family who built it lived there 200 years, and a fire killed the head of this family. They moved out after that. The Gothic mansion was a World War II hospital for Polish refugees, supposed to be very haunted. So I'm going to start doing paranormal investigations. I'll be taking people with me, having teams with me. Also, we're going over Pendlehill more often with other people, with teams. I'll be advertising on this channel. Anybody local or not local wants to drive over and meet up and come over with us, that'd be great. Okay, so very cosy in the van. I'm not going out tonight, I'm chilling out, I'm having a drink. I've been working all day, and I work full time, but recently managed to cut my hours back to get out and do more videos. So I've been very short on time for videos, very short on time over the last year or two, but I managed to cut my hours at work so I can get out and film more footage for you guys to watch over these amazing hills near Pendlehill, but also other parts of the country. Thanks for watching, guys. You lot take care. If you can get out, please do get out. It does you the world of good. It's brilliant for your mental health, and I've got so many more comments to tell you about people who have watched your videos and they're going to get out, whether it's over Pendlehill and other areas. If you do have equipment, any cameras, night vision equipment, take it with you. You never know what you might see. Get it on camera. God bless you all, like-minded people. It's a community here, not about numbers. Leave your experiences in the comments. So many people get involved and start replying to these comments you guys leave, and the conversation gets going. You get new friends, you find new channels. It's a community, happy place. it's a happy place. And one thing I do, because it's not about numbers, any trolls, anybody who's been off with myself or you lot is blocked instantly. Not interested. Anybody like that can do one. Lots of other YouTube channels will put up with them because they want the numbers, we don't. Leave a comment, I'll always reply, guys. And get yourself out. Hope you had a good Halloween if you did get out. Bonfire night's coming up. Stay safe. A little bit of a break then. The sun comforting beautiful. Ready for that. It's been a long week at work, but like I said, I've cut my hours. Stay safe, you lot. Leave a comment, I'll reply. Speak soon.